Hey guys, this is Eric
Christina Allen.
and we're gonna do a show. A show. It's not a show.
It's not a show.
It's not a show. It's a conversation.
Yeah.
A conversation. And all these series is called Flip My Marriage. And so help you guys with relationship problems, your marriage upside down, backwards, sideways, whatever. Help you go along with us on this journey and get
As we're working on ourselves.
Yep, and get some good tools to turn it around if it's backwards.
There you go.
I don't know. So anyway, we're gonna talk about today. The topic is called the transfer portal, and this is taking today's sports, like especially college sports, and using how college athletes can transfer from one school to the other. Now it's without penalty. I mean, it's a lot of times it's becoming more and more without penalty, and we're gonna tie that into how relationships. I mean, how that can affect relationships and marriages and all that stuff.
Tie it in.
So, what are your thoughts on a student athlete transferring from one school to another?
I mean, I don't have a lot of thought on it. I mean, if he wants to transfer.
So, I'm gonna take that same thought. Like I said, that same thought. Let's look at a relationship. You and I are dating. I want to transfer.
If we're dating,
I'm gonna put my name in the portal.
We're dating, but in a marriage, that's a little different.
Ooh. And you know, it's kind of becoming bigger and a bigger thing to. I'm putting my name in the transfer portal. They hadn't left yet, but they're putting their name in the transfer portal. So that means coaches can reach out to them and all this stuff now.
So it's like going on the dating site. What's the name of that site? Put your name out there. Got your page.
I would not know.
Got your little dating page, and you in a relationship, but it say you single. Like putting your name out there.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Or it's complicated. And I know there's.
I'm in an entanglement.
Yeah, I'm in the entangled. But there are. Let me see. Ohio State. Who else? I know Arkansas got a. There's a couple top teams that's gotten quarterbacks, or pretty good teams that's got quarterbacks from another school, and those schools wouldn't be where they were if it wasn't from a guy being able to transfer.
So it was a good thing.
It was a good thing
for both parties.
However, what are your thoughts on that? That is the norm.
But I think it's the value of commitment. Maybe is that where you're going with it?
Yeah, it's value of commitment.
Okay. So if that player wants to transfer, does that mean he's not committed to the team, or does that mean he's taking he's making a good decision for himself? Is that selfish? Is that a problem? Like, what do you think?
Well, I heard a guy on Sports Talk Radio. He was talking about, like, commitment these days. These kids aren't on a commitment and da-da-da-da-da. He's just railing on them. And I'm like, that's society now. Like, his age, and he's 50, 60 something, but his age is over the NCAA, and they're lowering these regulations. Like we talk about kids on social media. Our generation, our guys created social media, our age. And then we talk about the kids that do it. So are we creating a structure for men and women to be less faithful to a commitment? Like, we have an argument. You know what? Put my name transfer portal. My name's out there, y'all. And then I hadn't left yet, but my name's in the transfer portal.
That's dangerous for a marriage.
We're good. I'm gonna take my name. Take my name out of the transfer portal.
That's dangerous for a marriage, for real though.
Yeah, and that's I don't know. I can look at it both ways. I can look at how a commitment is important. But I understand too. Go ahead.
I'm a coach, and I recruited you to my team. You supposed to come play for me, and then you don't get what you want. So you're about to leave.
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna go to a location to where I know I know this person. Cause we were talking and hanging out before you and I really committed. You know what I'm saying? If it weren't anybody out there, I'm not gonna run off. But if I know a couple people I can be comfortable with, I'm gonna go on and throw my hat out there.
So how does that play into a marriage?
Jeez. I don't.
So basically, we're talking about the how easy it is to just give up.
It's easier because no one is.
There's no accountability.
There's no accountability. Yeah, there's no accountability.
That could be the factor.
You know,
Nobody's
and
holding you accountable.
They're welcoming those people that are going to. They're welcoming. Hey, you're the star. Come on in, buddy. We're glad to see you. Or I'm not going to that. But a guy can date a girl or whatever, and oh look at him, da da da, this and that. He's driving her car. She's treating him nice. Why wouldn't he? You know, she does this for him. She does that for him.
But I got your kids.
And you're gonna talk about him?
But I got your kids. So what you over there for?
I'm just saying.
So it's easier for you to jump ship because with me, there's responsibility.
There's responsibility. But he's being treated. The standard or the requirements are a lot less over there.
But once he gets over there, then he's got to deal with whatever that is.
Yeah.
So it's like, am I going to leave where I am? Or am I going to go somewhere better? Better. Mm-hmm. So why not work on what you got? If two people are committed, work on what you have. If two people are committed.
Yeah.
Now, if you're not working on it, or one of you's not working on it, then...
Yeah, and that's the big thing, too. If you both aren't working on it, or you have different values. Because I'm not totally against a kid transferring or somebody leaving a relationship. If we dating and I feel like, you know what, she likes to go to casinos on Friday night and gamble all the money, you know what, that's what you do. That's not me. Or you feel some type of way about finances or kids or whatever.
And we're not in agreement.
We don't have compatible values, or we're not in agreement. You know, that's okay. Or we got into a relationship because of someone else. Ooh. The kid. I know, and you're a marriage therapist, I know there are people that get married because of kids. Is it right, I'm going to put you on the spot, is it okay for a person to leave the transfer portal, to get in the transfer portal, when they didn't have, whatever, I know there's going to be a lot of opinions on this, we're not compatible, this and that, now I put my name in the transfer portal. But we have a kid, and that's the only reason why we got married, because my mom and my auntie said, hey, y'all need to get married and get that baby a family.
Just because you have a commitment to the child doesn't mean you have to have a commitment to the child's parent.
Can you be a good dad
and not stay with...
and have a good family and not be in a family? Is a family without being married?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Probably an easy question.
I don't think that you have to be in the marriage to be a good family for that child. If you're not on the same page, then don't just get married just because you have a child. I don't agree with that. If you love each other and you want to be together, that's one thing. If you just have a child and you're together for that child, it's possible that you guys have made the commitment that we're going to do this for our baby. But if you're not happy...
Ooh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I'm not going to put my opinion on that one. That's a tough one.
Well, just... if you're not happy, and happiness isn't the fundamental aspect of commitment. And happiness is not the fundamental. When I'm committed to something, I'm committed. You don't always make me happy, but I'm committed to you.
First of all, hold on. First of all, I'll make you happy. But hold on. But shouldn't happiness be somewhere along the continuum?
It should be. And you should both be working toward that. You got to work toward it individually. You got to work toward it collectively. But if we're not working on something together, and I'm not happy, and you're not working with me...
Well, that's what the coaches say. Like, this quarterback and I, we had a mutual agreement. Mutual agreement to part ways. And that's interesting, like I said, because these are young men and young women that are able to just kind of the norm, like, you know what, I can do better over there. Not that I have to work. They leave a semester. Let's say they had a football season. and they're the backup quarterback, and let's say in 4 or 5 weeks they're battling, and they don't get to start, he's going somewhere else. His mind is going somewhere else. And so, you know what? I'm leaving that semester.
So you're not faithful and committed to the promise that you made. But at the same time,
where does it stop?
If you make the best decision with the information you have in the moment, that's all you can ever do.
That's a good point. Because all you can do is all you can do.
All you can do is all you can do.
If you're trying 100%.
If you're trying 100% and you do your best, that's all you can do.
Yeah. I think transferring or leaving something should be more of a, where does the line start with, like, hey, you know, I guess nobody knows. I need to stick it out, or this is not good for me. Does anybody know that answer?
It's only that person.
I guess you won't know until after that you make that decision.
And then you deal with the consequences.
And then you deal with the consequences.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, and I don't know, whatever decision y'all want to make, you know, make a decision.
Yeah.
And then
stand by it.
Yes.
Yeah, stand by it. For sure. I made the decision. Now I got to deal with the consequence. And it could be a good consequence. I mean, you may decide to get a divorce and find the love of your life. It happens. You may decide to get a divorce and be on your third wife and think back on your first wife and think, man, I should have stayed with her.
That's a good thing.
So, you know, it's just...
Yeah. That's, so, just live with it. Get all the information you can. Know before you do. What, you know, knowing, talk about the commitment. Because, like at Alabama, and we talk about sports a little bit, Alabama, those guys know that they're going against 5 stars. They know they're going to the league. So, but I don't get, they get there and they don't start and they just go somewhere else. That's the problem. They know if I don't start, I'm going somewhere else. They know that coming out the gate. That's the scary thing.
Right.
Like, I know it. You know, she ain't trying to do what I'm trying to do, you know.
Then don't get married.
Well, so that's a conversation y'all can chop it up, hash it out, or whatever. I know there's scriptural things, there's philosophical things, there's legal things. There's all kind of boundaries you can live by. But like you're saying, talk it out, deal with it, stick with it.
And face the consequences.
Face the consequences. So, you want to break them down?
I think that's it.
All right, so this is Eric and
Christina. And
it's Flip My Marriage. PassionUnlimitedLLC.com, FlipMyMarriage.com. We'll have a few videos. We'll have probably some courses coming out, 2021. So y'all look for that. But anyway, talk to y'all later. Bye.